Well, I think you don't actually hear it. I don't think I've ever been at a game where I've known that Gareth's been there. To be honest, until after it, someone might say, "Oh, Gareth Southgate was here today," or you might see it if they zoom in on the stands or something. I don't think I've ever actually gone into a game knowing Gareth is going to be there, and I'm not sure how I'd feel because I don't think I've been in that situation.
Just finally, saw you guys all earlier doing all your green screen media things. Everybody seemed very, very chilled out. The question I get asked every time I go on air is, what's the mood like in camp? So let's hear it directly from you instead.
The mood's brilliant. You know, we've come out here. We've got an absolutely fantastic hotel. The team we have here at the FA in England is second to none. The setup we've got in our hotel is absolutely brilliant. All down to the finer things, like the little touches, like going checking into my room and there's like little framed pictures of my little boy and my family and my mum and dad that they do, and just the little things like that. So and like you said, you saw the media stuff earlier. Everyone's in good spirits. A lot of excitement and can't wait to get going. Yeah.
Brilliant stuff. Thank you, James.
Thank you.
Hello, James, Caribbean Sport. You said after you spoke to Gareth, the next thing you did was pick up the phone to your mum and dad. What was that conversation like after all you've been through?
Well, my dad actually cried, and my dad's not a crier. I don't think I've seen my dad cry for years. You know, happy tears, of course, because your family and your parents they're on this journey with you. You know, it's so when sometimes you might feel, when in previous years I've been left out of squads where I thought I might have had a chance. The disappointment of that is spread across the family because your family want what's best for you, and so, but on the opposite end of the scale, the happiness comes for them as well. And my mum and dad actually, the day of the announcement, the Thursday I think it was, after training I actually wanted to go see them in person. I went home back to Coventry and had dinner at home with my mum and dad and my little boy and my partner. So because I wanted to see, because that's a moment that I'll cherish forever. You know, after that the actual phone call was a bit of a blur. Like, I couldn't tell you what Gareth said, to be fair. It was just all very heart in mouth moments, but I wanted to see him, give my mum a big hug, and it was a special day for all of us, and like I said, one I'll definitely never forget. You
can get them crying at home after saying something like that. Everyone's getting so excited. What did Gareth Southgate say to you in that huddle? It's such a change, isn't it? The heat, the palm trees, it'll be 20 degrees Celsius in the stadium, thankfully, but what did he say in that huddle? You were there for a long time. What was his message to you all?
You mean out on the pitch today?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, Steve Holland, a little bit about the training, what we would do, and then what it'd mean to go deep in this tournament and what it's going to take. And it's going to take a lot. There's so many nations that are strong, and how focused and dedicated we're going to have to be to the cause. And we all know that. We're all on the same page, so we're all excited.
Steve Scott.
Steve Scott from ITV News. I just wondered, obviously the lead-in to the action starting is so short this time, unusually. What has Gareth said about that, and how are you going to have to approach this week?
Well, Steve actually said today, I think to the last tournament there was 28 sessions from the last game, from the meet up to the first game, whereas this is going to be like 4 or 5 or whatever, which is obviously different, but it's new to everyone. You know, we're not actually sure how it's going to fare, because you don't know. It's the first time there's been a mid-season World Cup like this. So, but it's about, the good thing is that a lot of the lads have been playing and are in good form and regular minutes at club football. So it's not exactly like they're going to need a lot of time to get up to speed. Majority of the lads play in Europe as well, where the games are every 3 to 4 days. So I don't think it's going to be a fitness problem, anything like that. It's just probably the preparation is not as dragged out over 3 to 4 weeks. You're straight in, and you need to. Probably more important that you need to hit the ground running, because there's not as much time to prepare. Yeah. Yeah, and you don't get the benefit of playing together. Yeah, exactly. There's no friendly games. There's nothing like that. Especially for myself, in an ideal world, you'd want the long build up, but it's the same for everyone, and it's almost that you don't have that anticipation of many weeks of building up to that first game, because you're straight in, and probably takes a little bit. It probably helps on the mental side of things that we're straight in, and there's no overthinking to do. So trying to look at the positives of the quick start. Yeah. And just one on a personal level, when you finally got settled in last night and went to bed, did you lie there thinking, "Wow, I'm here. This is it"? Well, when I was lying there, I was thinking, I hope the aircon goes a little bit colder than this, to be honest. But yeah, every moment at the minute is almost like a pinch me moment, and it sounds a bit cliche, but just getting on the plane, then getting off the plane, seeing the reception we got from locals, and just every moment turning up to the training complex today, the media stuff, it's all a bit surreal, and obviously my first major tournament, so just trying to take it all in.
Hi James, Simon Peach from PA. It's just a quick one. You said that Brendan was being a good manager and stuff. Were you expecting bad news that day?
I think I was kind of braced for both a little bit. I think the saying of almost like hoping for the best but preparing for the worst. I haven't been in the squad for 3 years. I'm not naive. I understand how it works and stuff. But I also had that hope, that I was playing well. I was in good form. I was in goal scoring form. I've been a threat for a little while now on the pitch, and was hoping for the good call instead of the bad call. And there is obviously some players that miss out and stuff, but thankfully I was on the receiving end of a good phone call from Gareth, and like I said, one I'll never forget.
You strike us as a confident player, a confident individual, but when you were being overlooked in the past, did that ever dent that confidence? Did it make you question yourself?
There was definitely times where you question certain things and what am I doing that's not getting me in the England squad. I think you have to, because otherwise you have a little bit it's almost might be a little bit arrogant of not improving, because I'm obviously the pinnacle is playing for England, right? And when you feel like you're playing well and you might be deserved of a call up and you don't get it, you kind of got to tell yourself how can I do better to get in, instead of having the arrogance of I should be in, And I think I did that, and I worked very hard behind the scenes at Leicester and on how I can score more, how can I assist more, to almost try and force the manager's hand to not, so he can't leave me out, And but then on the balance of that, you've kind of always got to have that self-belief and remind yourself of why you are where you are and why you're even in the picture and stuff. So it's about getting that balance, I'd say.
Hi, Rob Harris from Sky News. Good luck with the tournament. So often around a tournament, there's a clamour around one particular player. Probably had it with Jack Grealish around the Euros. The fans hoping there's a player who can add that little bit of extra difference and creativity and spark. Do you think you can be that player that helps England finally win a major men's trophy again?
Well, I hope so, yeah. I mean, the way I've got to look at it, I've got to be ready when called upon, Like I've just said, I feel like I'm in good form. I've been in good goal-scoring form, and we've got such a brilliant squad that you might only get that one moment, that one chance to go and show everyone what you can do and be the man to help the team. And I'll be ready when that opportunity comes, yeah.
Hi, John Weaver from AFP. Do you think the England's dip in results over the past year might have lessened the pressure a little bit in terms of expectations from fans?
I think fans always have the highest expectations. I think there's probably 8 or 9 nations where the group of fans will be expecting their team to win, and that's just how football works. It's the same at club football. The fans always have very high expectations, probably too high at most clubs, because that's just how it is, and fans always want to see the best for the team that they're supporting. So listen, we know the expectations are high, and in the last 2 major tournaments have been absolutely brilliant. The boys have semi-final and then a final. There's only that one step further that you can go, and that's winning it. So they're right to have high expectations. We've got a brilliant group, and hopefully we can go all the way, yeah.